Mom, grab a coffee. Let's chat. Okay, homeschool soup. Lana here. My children, I am a veteran homeschooler, and we are trying public school this year. And I want to share with you, Mom, how I know that you're afraid if you ever do go home or to public school, you're going to lose that bond with the kids, and you're going to lose all of the wonderful resources that you have as homeschoolers. And I want to say that's not true. You don't have to lose that. In fact, you are so well equipped to teach your children well continuously, even if they go to public school. How I do this is 3 ways. We do morning basket together before school, yes. Everyone's getting up earlier and everyone's going to bed earlier, and that's okay. We do morning basket. We do what our core value bonding time, what is important to us. We watch World Watch News in the morning during breakfast as well. And then after school, we do a bit of Mommy's homeschool curriculum still, because it is so fundamental and it's proving to be the kids are ahead in their classes than their peers. So we're good. Mom, you're doing a good job. Don't worry. Just keep doing what you're doing and stay consistent. And so the evenings we do some of our language arts and some of our math. And then on the weekend, we try to get about 4 hours in of our homeschooling curriculum to stay on top of being a really good speller, being a really good writer, being really good with grammar, and being really good with math. These are things that we will continue to do. And then we have all our reading time in the morning before they go to public school. So I want to show you today what's in our morning basket. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around. Hold on. All right, so I've got my morning baskets here. So I'll just show you what we do. So we rotate, right? Because we don't spend more than 45 minutes doing morning basket before they go off to school. So we do a science book. We just read about an animal, I should say. Not a science book, but chimpanzees, lizards. So a little bit of that. We do a little bit of Canadian social studies. So on the fur traders, finishing that up right now. These Discovering Canada books are so great because they've got projects in them that you can do. And here, let me find one. Write a movie script. So we did that. That was pretty cool to have the kids working on the script together and then performing it on video. Fur trading for it on Hudson's Bay. Anyway, I love that. Social studies. Here's another one of our science books that we actually just finished. We do some philosophy for kids. I love the discussion that this strikes up for us. So there's different philosophers Descartes, that we learn about, and then we chat. We have laying down the rails for children, so habit training. Right now we're working on manners. So these books are so good. So they've got lessons for each day. And yeah, we just go through a quick lesson and chat about it. So just talks here about basic manners, right? Just even with a 14 and 11-year-old, washing hands before a meal, greeting with shaking hands or hugging or nodding. These are things that children nowadays are not getting taught, I've noticed. Praying before a meal, church service, addressing adults correctly, Mr. or Mrs. with the last name. So really enjoy that time. And then we've got living geography. These are just some poems about geography around the world. Charlotte Mason. This is a really good book. What would you do? The learning words it's called. So just real life situations. Someone calls when mom's not home, or someone's knocking on the door when mom's not home, or what do you do in case of a fire, and first aid, and if you're injured, inappropriate acts toward you. And then the fallacy detective, I just love this. Teaches the children critical thinking and sussing out mistruths and lies, basically. It's really about logic and teaching them logical, ordered thinking. So there's that first basket. I forgot to mention that we do Bible prior to morning basket in the morning. We just read a few Bible stories. And then we do Build Your Library, and we're finishing off, we're actually doing level 1 and 2 at the same time, and level 7. But we just rotate through different books. But they're so good because they do take you through all the different areas. So reading about Darwin here in science, and this is our reader that we read together. So we're still getting that really good time together prior to their leaving for the day. And honestly, we just refer to public school as like social camp because they're getting their extracurriculars and their time with their friends while they're at school, and they're learning, systems of society and life, and it's all really valuable. But anyway, I do like these Roman diary books by Richard Platt, because he's got an Egyptian diary and the Roman diary. I'm not sure what else, but we read the Egyptian, and they're really good. They're just written by like first-person diary journal writing and day-to-day life, so it's pretty neat. And then we read a bit of our history, so from Build Your Library. So right now we're almost finished this early times. And there's nature poetry. So we read a beautiful poem together. And like I said, we rotate through all of this because we couldn't possibly do it all in 45 minutes, right? So if we didn't do poetry yesterday, we might get to it today or tomorrow. Then there's World Mythology, which I love, by Sarah Cook. These are just short little myths. And they are part of the Build Your Library program. And then Usborne Encyclopedia World History. We do Greek myths. That's not part of the Build Your Library, but we enjoy Greek myths, so we like to rotate through those. 13 art techniques for children to know. So just reading and chatting about art during our morning basket time. Loving this book, Indian Children's Favorite Stories. This is part of Build Your Library Level 1. Then so we have 13 art techniques children should know, right? And there's also 13 artists children should know. So really enjoy both of those. This one, I believe this was actually from our Book Shark Science, but I pulled it out again. I just wanted to read it again together. And then basically the same story, but Mama Mita, this is part of Build Your Library. This is a really good book that my 11-year-old has thoroughly enjoyed. A Child Through Time, a book of children's history. So it's pretty. Has lots of gorgeous pictures. This is part of Build Your Library. And lastly, we have the Tuttle Twins. So learning a lot about society and culture and economics. And my kids really enjoy this series. We have the whole series, and it's, it talks about entrepreneurship and it talks about capitalism, and they're very good. We really enjoy them. So as homeschoolers, we are really creative, right? We figure things out. We figure how our child learns best compared to his brother or his sister. We do things out of the box. And I just want to encourage you that even if you guys decide to try public school, it is not the end of your homeschool, and you can continue to do what you value in your family. And you might even find a new balance. You might find the loads off your shoulders, and you have more energy now to do the homeschooling that you really enjoy and the lifestyle with your family that you really enjoy. You just never know. So I want to encourage you to be open-minded and to trust yourself. You're doing a really good job. And even if the kids do decide that they want to try public school, it doesn't mean that you're doing a bad job, Mom. It does not mean that. It isn't about you. It's about the kids. It's about they are excited to try new adventures. Isn't that why we homeschool? We want them to be brave, to try new things. We want them to experience all the joys and the challenges that this world affords us. So have faith in yourself that you've got this. You've done a really great job. This is not something to take personally. Trust me, I know. I tried for a little bit there to take it personally, and then I saw how happy my kids were and that they're thriving, and that's what matters to me. So it makes me a little teary-eyed, actually. So I'm just very, very content that they are pursuing things that they wanted to do, and I now have the energy to do the things with them that I wanted to do, but I was pretty tired and pretty bogged down. And I had this nagging feeling for so long that I wasn't enough for them, like that I didn't have the energy to be stimulating enough and to provide all of the resources that I wanted them to have. And I had this nagging feeling that their world needed to be bigger than just Mom. And yes, we have communities and all of that, but I just had this sinking feeling, and that feeling's gone. I'm content. I'm very happy for them, and I still have my boys close to me. So all is well. Happy homeschool, Sue. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.